All right. We are at, sorry about those technical difficulties, but we are at Moses Brown today with a high school girls soccer game between Moses Brown Quakers and the Barrington Eagles. A little bit of technical difficulties to start the stream, but we should be all good to go here now. A little over 3 minutes have passed while I've been gone. Nothing happened quite yet. Now I'll just be sent back to the Barrington goalie. The Quakers now with it, trying to move it up out of their defense, and it'll just be sent out of bounds. A little bit of frustration there by 16. Now it'll just be taken back by Moses Brown goalie. And Barrington. And it'll just be a throw in here for Moses Brown. And it'll be hit off. It'll be hit off the cleat of Purnell for Brown. Be a throw in there for Barrington. And it'll just be kicked back out of bounds. Once again. It's Moses Brown's senior night tonight. We had around 8 to 9 seniors, I'd say. Be their last year playing soccer here for Moses Brown. Good while it lasted, however. And Barrington now control with it in Moses Brown's zone. And it'll be a stoppage here. Barrington now in control with it, looking to make something happen here. Trying not to lose sight. There'll be a miscommunication there. Now Moses Brown looking to do something in Barrington's zone. And it'll just be sent back to Moses Brown defense. And Barrington, she was looking like she was trying to make something happen there. It was just bad communication on their part. Now Moses Brown with a little bit of control in Barrington's zone. That'll be sent back. A little bit of a fumble there. That'll be a full field kick cross. It'll be kept alive there. Now Purnell looking, trying to do something, but it'll just be sent out of bounds. Looks like a throw in here for Brown. Kick in there from the corner, trying to score off and just be tapped out. And it'll just roll out in Barrington's corner. Throwing here now in Barrington's zone for Brown. And a high kick, and it'll just be sent back out of play. Coming up to the 30-minute mark here in the first half. Still a no score game for both teams. And Moses now with most possession in those 10 minutes so far. Barrington looking to recapture here, coming up to the 30th minute. Now Purnell sending it up now. That'd be a nice slide kick there by Barrington. And a shot taken there for Moses. That was a little wide there. It's taken there by Samran Toretti. Oh, right there. That'll be the first actual shot taken this game so far. 10 minutes away through. But a heavy midfield game here early in the first half. Oh, trying to be ahead. Oh, and a nice save there. And that will be a goal there by Moses Brown. Now it'll be Addie Prescott with the goal early in the first. Addie Prescott now with the early goal here to take a 1-0 lead. Now Barrington with a little bit more pressure on them here on offense. Addie Prescott is one of the 7 or 8 seniors that we had here tonight, and it's great to see her get a goal on her senior night. It'll just be another throw in, but Barrington now. Barrington now up with it. That'll be a kick. It would be blocked off the chest of Barrington's player. A strong kick there by Camilla Levi. That'll just be a kick in for Moses here. Be Quezada. And a high kick. And now Barrington in control and a high kick towards midfield. It'll just be retrieved back by Moses. Fighting for it now in the middle is Castano. And Barrington now hitting it over to Moses Brown player, and it should be sent back out of play. Off the head. A little bit under 26 here to go in the first half. Still a 1-0 game. A little bit of a trip up there by Butler. Butler looking to try to move forward. Pass from Prescott now. That'll just be hit off the ankle. A little shaken up there. Number 5 for Barrington. It'll just be sent up. Hit off the shin. Kick there by Trevetti. Trying to make something happen. Now be over in Barrington's corner. Looks to be Castano again. Ooh, makes the Barrington player fall down. That'll just be another high kick sent up. Kind of batted around a little bit. And it'll just be sent over now. Prescott with it. And Prescott's kick would be stopped. And now a far kick. And it'll just be taken by Moses Brown goalie. And sent back off the head now of Barrington. And Prescott looking to defend now, and it would be a nice stop there by Brown's defense. Now Quezada trying to find the field. Nice move there by Walsh. And Quezada looking to pass it up to Leva. Send it over to the middle. That was good defense there by Barrington. Moses is still in control. Got a little close to the goal there. Trevetti trying to take a shot there. Stopped by Barrington's defense. So far tonight, Moses Brown looking like the stronger team so far. Barrington looking to pick it up, though, in the second half of this first period. Nice move there. A shot, and that's a goal. Now another goal for Moses Brown. That looks to be Camilla Leva with the goal for Moses Brown. Camilla Leva now, the goal. The junior for Moses Brown scoring their second goal of the game here. Quezada trying to make something happen. It would just be sent out of bounds. Another throw in here for Barrington. Barrington now down 2 goals. Still haven't put one on the board there for themselves. Just trying to fight a way to make something happen. Moses Brown, offense and defense too strong now in the zone for Barrington. Trying to get over to the middle, and it'll just be stopped there. To be Page in the goal. Page Durant, the senior for Moses Brown. Nice little kick there off the back. Camellia in the zone again. And it'll just be sent cross field. Trying to fight for it now in the middle. Looks to be Castano. And now Moses Brown. Nice shot there, and it will be stopped by Barrington. And high kick by Barrington's goalie. It would just be sent over to the middle now. Barrington, nice pass up there. Might be too far, and it'll be another stoppage here. Looks like to be an offsides penalty. Barrington now 2 offsides here early in the first. And a far kick by Moses. I mean, a throw in here looks to be Castano trying to find something quick before Barrington's defense can get back and set up. What a nice move there. Now back is Prescott. Excuse me, Reed. And Barrington now setting it up, just going to hit it back to Moses Brown player. Now a good setup here for Moses. And Butler trying to make something happen and hitting it back to Butler now. Butler taking a shot, and it'll just be directly into Barrington's goalie. High kick now, and just be stopped by Butler, kind of bouncing off her foot, heading over to Reed. And Prescott now just sending it over. Looks to be Walsh. Butler now with it. Butler trying to find something happen. Now it'll be taken by Leva. And it'll just be another throw in here for Barrington. Far kick, it would just be sent out of bounds. Didn't seem to hit off a Moses player. I'm going to be a throw in for them. Scooped up by Barrington's goalie. Quakers now up 2-0 under 20, halfway through the first period now. And it's just all Moses here in the first. Ooh, and a collision there. Looked to be Walsh making a collision. Now Leva up with it. Trying to make something happen in the corner now. Nice move there. Alright, and it'll just now be scooped up by Barrington. And Barrington, every time they try to find the zone in Moses territory, nothing really falls for them. Moses, however, scoring now 2 goals the first 20 minutes of action. And Barrington wishing that the same outcome would be for them, but hasn't seemed to have gone that way. And now kick up now. And it'll be a far right shot taken by Butler, the freshman on Moses Brown. Looked like they had a good setup. Could have been their 3rd goal of the game. Just a little wide right, however. Kind of 2 defenders on her, excuse me. Now it'll just be a kick in for Barrington's goalie. And Moses now kind of controlling it. They've been controlling the ball in Barrington's zone for a big chunk of the game, scoring 2 goals off of it. Be another stoppage in play here. To be a Barrington throw in now. Trying to chase it down now, and it'll just roll out of bounds. It'll be Matty Gill now back with it. Trying to send it far. Hit off the head of Moses. That'll be another stoppage here. The kick now will just be stopped. Barrington with a little bit of control here. They haven't had much of it this game. Trying to track it down before it rolls out of bounds. And a kick over to the middle and miss header. And it would be just sent over the goal by Barrington. A little unlucky there. Hit off the head and then trying to regather, and it just kind of got over their heads there. And a high kick now, recovered by Barrington. This will be Bailey Duncan with it now, trying to make something happen here. Hasn't had too much success in the first period. Just being sent out of bounds once again. Throw in here for Barrington. And Barrington now looking to make a move here in the zone, and a high corner kick. A little high left there. Now look to be Duncan. Far kick. Under 15 here to go now in the first half. It's been all Moses here so far. Considering it's their senior night, they came here to play. It'll be a far kick now. It'll be retrieved by Barrington now. A nice takeaway there by Brown. Butler now up with it. And Butler kind of getting past, keeping it in bounds. Butler will just be sent out of bounds. Butler made it from midfield almost all the way down to their goal. And be Reed now with it. Reed trying to make something happen. And a nice kick there. And a hit off the top right corner. Look at the crossbar challenge out here. Hit off the top right corner of Barrington's goal. Could have made a 3-0 lead here. And a nice stop there. And a good stop by Matty Gill. And Moses still in control with it and trying to fight for it. And Gill coming out of the goal, and it'll just be sent back to Butler. Butler now hitting off the head. And it'll just be recovered by Gill. Gill getting a little lucky there. She came out of the goal to stop it, but she didn't realize she had two Moses Brown forwards on each side of her. Could have been trouble for their team. And freaking Wepley trying to chase it down. Coming up on the 12-minute mark here. It's been still Moses control for a big chunk of the game. And we sent over to Butler. Butler trying to find its way in there. Just be sent out of play once again. Butler and Gill now back in the goal, trying to get in front of each other there. That would be a kick in now in the corner. Looks to be. And it'll be just recovered by Gill. Nice stop there for Barrington. And Purnell just trying to chase it down, and she will. And now it'll be Moses Brown's ball. Trying to find Butler. And Ladrigan Wepley trying to find its way. Could not. Now Reed trying to chase it down. And Wepley trying to sneak in there and actually taking the ball away. And looks to be another penalty there against Moses Brown. Throw in now here for Barrington and hitting off the head. And Butler trying to chase it down, and she collides and trying to gather and won't get there in time. And now looking to find its way. And Wepley now for their Kiewicz trying to send it down. Wepley trying to find its way. It'll be taken back now by Butler. Butler trying to get a fast kick in there. Didn't realize bad communication. Butler now sending it up far to Purnell. And unable to let that happen now. Get another offsides call first for Moses Brown. And we have passed now the 10-minute mark. Under 10 minutes here to go now to play in the first half. And Purnell now coming out of the game. Excuse me. And Wepley trying to chase it down. A high kick now for Barrington. Trying to send into Moses Brown's zone. Couldn't find its way. And Wepley trying to chase it down. There's been another far crossfield kick. And it'll just roll out of play. Barrington still unable to make anything happen here on offense. And Paige Durant in goal for Moses Brown. Hasn't had to do much dirty work here tonight. Their defense has been doing it most for them, and Barrington's offense hasn't been able to connect on anything here in the first half. Looking to change that up in the second half of play and try to find something now, and it'll just be taken back by Wepley. And it'll just be sent back once again. Barrington now in control. Just trying to make something happen. Passing it back now. It looked to be Carlotto retrieving it. Now back up to Rockowitz. And gathering for Barrington would be Swantack. Keeley now with it, trying to send it up. And then out of Barrington's player feet. And Quezada trying to steal it away. Nice pass into the middle and just be kicked up. And Butler just sending it out of play. Butler getting a lot of action here tonight for the Quakers. And it'll be another throw in here for Barrington. Looks to be Ava Calderon with the throw in. Excuse me, Natalie Molman. trying to track it down. And Camilla Leva could not track it down for Brown. And Roskowitz is setting it up. And Butler trying to chase it down before it goes out, and she gathers. Leva now with it, trying to find Butler. And she will just send it cross field. And it will just be sent out of play once again for the Barrington Eagles. And Flynn looking to try to gather, and she will not be able to. And it'll just be sent back to Durant. And Durant trying to get a far kick in. Now trying to chase it. Levi was trying to track up there. Now Butler with it. Butler with an open lane. Avery Butler trying to make something happen. Butler now in the corner. And it will just be sent out of play. Almost 5 minutes left here to go in the first half. And Prescott now. To be Duncan just trying to kick it back to her defenders. And Reed now trying to gather. Too strong of a kick. It would just be sent out of play. And under 5 here to go at Moses Brown. And a 2-0 lead. Looking to end the half like that. Maybe trying to add one more and make it a 3-0 lead for them. Barrington definitely has to talk things over for the second half of play. Trying to switch things up. Get a goal on the board for them. And Barrington now in control. Trying to get a nice passing play going. And Barrington looks like Reed falling down. That'll just be sent back to Gill. And Gill with the far kick over to midfield. And we'll be taken back by Moses here. And a far kick. And it'll just be sent back to Maddie Gill. And Avery trying to gather. And Butler was able to let that happen. Now Reed trying to send it over. Trying to find Flynn. And Flynn trying to track it down. Flynn, the freshman for Moses Brown, looking to get her first goal of the game. And Butler now hitting off the defender. Looks to hit her back in the chest. Hopefully she's okay. She looks like she's a little shaken up, but she seems to be alright. She had an open lane there for a second, and Gill was able to find her way back in the goal. So make sure that it's not getting past her. Coming up in the 2.5 minute mark, coming to the end of the first half, and it's been all Moses. Barrington unable to complete on any offensive play that they've been trying to create here in the first, and Moses' defense was able to shut it down before it got any farther, closer to the goal. And Paige Durant back in goal for Moses Brown, the senior. That'll just be sent far down, trying to track it. Barrington, it'll just be another throw in here now for Walsh. And Finley Walsh, the junior. Prescott now trying to gather. That's a good stop there. And now Leva up with it. Leva having a nice lane here going for her. Trying to send it over to Purnell, and Purnell gathering. It'll be sent over, and it'll just hit the right side of the goal. Had a chance there to make it a 3-0 ball game here. And a far kick now by Gill. Trying to get it towards midfield. Prescott trying to gather, and she will just hit it high up. Trying to get it over to Purnell. And Leva now up with it. And Leva with a good move. Leva in the zone. Over to Reed. And Reed. There's me Castano trying to make something happen. And it'll be a kick there, trying to get it past the defense of the Quakers. And Paige Durant coming on a goal there for Moses Brown, and could have been a bad turn of events there. Hit off the defender though for Moses Brown, and ended up not being a goal for them. It'll just be a kick in from the corner. And it'll just be sent back out of play. And that looks to be the end of the first half of play here. Moses Brown Quakers now up 2-0 against the Barrington Eagles. High school girls soccer on senior night. And we will take a break here, and we will be back shortly. I'm Michael Sermonti doing play-by-play. Jake Lamantia on the camera. We will be back for the second half of play. Second period of action here at Moses Brown. And the Quakers now up 2-0 against the Barrington Eagles. Michael Sermonti here for play-by-play. And we'll be starting the second half of High School Girls Soccer very shortly here. And it will be Barrington with the first kick in the middle. And it'll be over the head. Barrington. I'll be another throw in here. Excuse me, a kick in now. Castano trying to gather it. It'll now be sent up. Leva now with it. And trying to find, look to be Trivedi, and a little far of a kick there. And far kick up now for Barrington. Barrington coming out a little bit more aggressively here in the second half. And it'll just be sent out of bounds. Another throw in here for Barrington. The Quakers trying to stop that before it gets any farther. And it'll just be sent far up by Purnell. And Leva trying to track it down before it got over to Gill. And Gill will now just pass it in. Eagles now with it. A little rain coming down here. We had rain for a good chunk of the first half.
Yeah, we're in the far room.
Eagles trying to gather it. Trying to get it before it gets out of play here. Castano is trying to chase it down. She cannot reach it. Letting it out of bounds. Roskowitz on the left now with it. Trying to find somewhere in the middle. Looking for a gap, trying to score their first goal of the game. Castano playing good defense now in the second half. And it's a good takeaway now. Bikozada trying to find her way up the field. Trying to find Trivedi up top. Hit off the foot of Prescott. Our throw in here for Barrington. And Purnell trying to chase it, or excuse me, Reed trying to chase it down. And a nice kick up to Castano. Castano in the zone. Castano sending it over to the middle. And Leva now with it. And Leva slightly wide right. And the Quakers had a chance to go up 3-0 early in the second half. Castano's far push up in the zone. And it was a nice kick over to the middle. Leva trying to gather, and it's just a little wide right. Unfortunate for Moses. Still 2-0 now in the second half. And he stopped by Reed. And Reed trying to send it over to Avery Butler. And it'll just be a header going out of play. And a far kick. Trying to send it over to Leva. Leva. Now stopped by Quezada. And just a kick out by Kirkman. And a high kick for the Quakers over to midfield. And Barrows trying to find her way. Giving it over to Jordan Roskowitz. And Roskowitz falling down. Kick over to the middle. And it'll just be sent out by Kiara Quezada. Good defense there by her for letting it get over to the Eagles defender. Excuse me, forward. Eagles looking to make something happen here on offense for them. Really struggling all game. Almost 50 minutes of play now here gone in the game. And both goals coming early in the first half. Paige Durant scooping it up. And a kick into Quaker zone. Just be kicked out of play from Morelli Nassif. Morelli Nassif now in the goal for Moses Brown, the freshman. It'll just be sent towards midfield, trying to find Leva. And it'll be taken now by Reed. Castano stomping it. The Quakers overpowering the Eagles on all aspects of the field tonight. Offense, defense, and in the goal as well. The Eagles getting a few good looks here tonight. Not able to continue on any of them. Just be gathered by the Eagles goalkeeper. And the Eagles now with a little more breathing room on their zone. And Reed gathering now. Trying to find Butler. And Butler just giving it back. Quezada now trying to gather, and she will just send a far kick out of bounds. Castano trying to get up there before it got kicked out. Now over to Prescott. No goals here put on the board in the second half here. Almost 15 minutes gone now in the second, coming up on the 25th minute mark. And the two goal scorers for the Quakers early in the first to be Addison Prescott, number 23, and also Camila Leva, And Prescott, a senior, and Leyva, a junior. Now Castano up with it for the Quakers. And Leyva taking a shot there. And a goal by Camilla Leyva. Looked to be her second of the game. Number 8. Camila Leyva with her second of the game, and a great move there by her in the Eagles zone. She was able to find a way to sneak it in the top right corner of the goal. And Barrington realizing now need to find a way to put 3 goals on the board here in the last 24 minutes of play. And Leyva having an outstanding game tonight. A junior forward. Getting off the back of Prescott now. Reed just setting it high in the air. And it'll be gathered by Quezada. Back over to Leyva, the 2-goal scorer. Sent up to Leyva again. Now over to Castano. And Castano with a good look. And Castano with the shot, and it slips by. And another goal for Moses Brown. 2 goals in under the last 2 minutes. Number 10, Gabby Castano, the senior. And she gets the 4th goal of the game. That should have been an easy stop for the Eagles, but slipped right past the goaltender's hands. And Castano will now come out of the game, celebrate her senior night goal. There's a great take there by Castano. And Eagles now wondering if they have any hope of coming back down 0-4. And Sam trying to track it down. No, it'll just be trying to defend there with Purnell. And it'll just be gathered by Quezada. Quezada trying to send it over to Wepley. Oh, it'll just be a far kick getting past the feet of Wepley. And Leyva looked to be a little shaken up there after that kick, but seems to be alright. And to be Quakers player falling down there for a little while. A far kick. Trying to find Reed. And Quezada trying to gather it now. Under 20 minutes here left now in the second half. Over 60 minutes of play already gone now in the game between Moses Brown Quakers and the Barrington Eagles. Michael Smarlanti doing play-by-play. Jake Lamanti on the camera here. And Purnell now up with it. Over to Reed. A nice move there by Reed. Castano now up with it. And good move there by Gabby Castano. Now she falls down a little bit. Be sent up high. And Nassif now able to gather it. Now in midfield, Quezada. Just be sent out of play. Get another throw in here for the Eagles. And Quezada now in the middle. Trying to send it over to Butler. And it'll be too strong. Butler not able to gather it. And it'll hit off the knee of Reed. And Castano trying to gather as it goes over her head. And it'll just be sent out of play near the Eagles bench. Still 4-0 here in the second half of play. Quakers up 4-0 against the Eagles. And Eagles struggling all game, trying to find any gap in the Quakers defense to put any goals on the board. 64 minutes now gone of play. And in those 64 minutes, we had domination on all aspects of the game from Moses Brown. Offense, defense, and goalkeeping. Barrington, however, the opposite. And Castano trying to gather now over to Butler. And Butler getting past now and a kick over to the middle, and it'll just be gathered by Barrington. A far high throw gathered by Reed, and Wepley trying to now fight for it. A high kick. And stepping on a goal for Barrington. And a risky choice made there by her. And Butler now trying to put a move on. And a far nice kick, and it hits the chest of Barrington. This will be an Eagles player now down on the field. And we hope she's okay. We will take a little bit of a break here. Fans Only Sports, and we will be back shortly. And we are back at Moses Brown High School. And the Quakers up now 4-0, coming towards the last half of the second period. A little under 13 minutes here to go in the second half, and it's been all Quakers now. Barrington trying to find any possible gaps in the Quakers' defense, and have been unable to do so since the beginning of the game. Getting a few good shots on goal, but not converting on any of them. high kick by Nassif. And it'll be stopped by the Eagles. Purnell now in the zone for the the Quakers. A shot taken there. And it'll just be stopped in goal by the Eagles. Purnell trying to track it down, taken away. Just be sent out of play once again. Now under 10 minutes here to go in the second half. High shot taken there by Leva, trying to get a hat trick. Unable to fall through, however. Another shot. Looked like that was Castano, and it just hit the chest. And Reed will just send it far. Eagles player now on the ground, and Purnell trying to pass it up to Leva. And Leva now with it. Finding Prescott in the middle. Now the Eagles with it. And it'll be stopped. And the Eagles trying to find their first goal of the game now. And it'll be a goal for the Eagles. And a 4-1 game now. See who that is. The Eagles. Be Liv Morsetti on the goal there. Could be wrong. And Leva now with it. And Leva hitting off the left post, trying to find her third of the game and trying to sneak past. And Purnell trying to find a goal there. And neither of them were able to. Was it number 2? 4-1 game now here. First Eagles goal here this afternoon. Still need 3 more to even come close to having a chance at winning this game, however. And it will be sent far now. And it will just be taken by the Eagles' Walsh. Trevetti now over the middle to Prescott. And Reed now with it. And Reed will just kind of bat it around back to Guazada. Leva now up with it, finding Reed. And Reed trying to find her first. And it'll just be out of play now. Gonna be thrown in now by Finley Walsh, the junior. Over to Reed. And Reed over to Prescott, and Prescott couldn't get to it in time. And Leva now up with it, and it'll just be kicked out the corner. high kick from the corner will go over the head of everyone. And it'll be sent back out of play now. Under 2 minutes here to go. Yeah, throw in now here. And just roll back out of play. And Moses Brown still trying to find any possible gap. And over to Leva, and Leva couldn't gather. And just roll out of bounds once again. It's senior night here, so there's a little bit more commotion than usual. And Purnell trying to sneak a goal in past. And the Eagles trying to make anything happen here in the last few moments of the game. It'll just be sent far. And that will be wraps here at Moses Brown. Quakers take the game 4-1 against the Barrington Eagles. I'm Michael Sermonti doing play-by-play here. Jake Lamanti on the camera. And we will see you next time. Hope you had a wonderful game. And senior night, great night for Moses Brown girls soccer. Barrington, however, need a little bit of work on offense and defense, but Quakers made that happen on their senior night, so worked out in the end. Quakers taking the game 4-1. Michael Sermonti on the play-by-play. Jake Lamanti on the camera here at Moses Brown Field. And we will see you next time on Fans Only Sports Network. Thank you.